Cheers. Season 5.
More than halfway through. Jesus. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dan Reacts. I'm Dan. This is my reaction channel. I am joined with the unbelievable one and only Addie Cahill. How's it going?
Unbelievable.
The unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It's going good.
She's not wearing a weave, but she
Wow.
is unbelievable.
Starting rumors.
I'm really excited for you guys. Obviously, no time passes for us. We haven't been in the studio in a solid
In the
studio, solid 3 weeks, 4 weeks, almost a month now, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer, I'm not sure. But the fact is, we're here. We're in the latter half of Thrones. We're in season 5. I cannot believe
We have arrived.
When you think about the fact that we started this journey in May, essentially, and now almost December, here we are, season 5.
In May?
We started in May is when Hobbit ended. So that's when we started watching Thrones. We did take a break in the middle for Batman.
We did the Batman.
Yeah, but other than that, it's been about 6 months.
Yeah, and the Halloween movies.
Yeah, and the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
But
Damn, we've been at it.
we've been chipping away at this journey. How have you been feeling?
Great. I mean, season 4 was everything to me. That was the perfect season. If I could have written a season, that would have been it.
Yeah, I mean, season 4 is definitely fan favorites.
Yeah.
A lot of people love that.
It was
a lot of
so good.
Deaths, love,
But
battles,
it was everybody
everything you could
that I
ask for.
wanted to live lived through it.
Yeah.
Mostly it was all good things. There were some very upsetting moments, obviously. It's Game of Thrones, but for the most part, I really felt taken care of by season 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little scared for season 5, but
And in terms of villains, I mean, we've already discussed that we liked Tywin as a character, but he was still a villain for our faves. And so the fact that not only Joffrey but Tywin Lannister was also dealt with, it's they just took away a big chip.
I mean, it leaves Cersei, right? That's it.
And Jaime. And Tyrion.
He hates his family at this point. He just killed his dad. So
He's on the run.
I don't think he cares at all.
Him and Varys got on a boat and they said we're out.
And Jaime, to me, is turning a big corner.
Well, how do you think he's going to feel now? Because he did release Tyrion.
Yeah, he's going to feel responsible.
But he didn't know that Tyrion was going to go kill his dad.
Yeah, he just thought Tyrion was going to run away.
So,
Yeah, he's going to have some inner demons, I think. But he already does. So, hopefully he just, gets some therapy and works through them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have been advised from experts, from other colleagues of mine that I respect their opinion, just to kind of fair warn you that this is a very bleak season.
I've seen in the comments that
have you?
Season 5 soak up season 4 because season 5 is gonna rip your heart out.
It's just very bleak. It's a winter season to me, which is interesting that we're watching it in the winter because a big majority of the show I feel takes place during the winter time, and it's just a very it's not season 4, so I'm glad that you enjoyed season 4. But
I figured season 5 was gonna kick my ass.
Yeah, we're gonna put it to bed and get into this new one.
Yeah.
This is 2015 now, so we're kind of getting closer and closer to.
It's still 6 years ago.
It's still 6 years ago, but we're getting closer and closer to present day, which feels crazy to me. You're jumping lifetimes of mine in just a matter of months. Going into the season, I mean, what are you most excited to see?
I mean, I just think Dany is obviously a storyline that I'm waiting for fruition. You know what I mean? She's in a very she said she was gonna stay and rule, but she's not gonna do. There's no way that that's her storyline is they just keep her there.
It is forever.
And they sent Jorah off, and then Arya and the Hound are doing whatever they're doing. Bran is doing whatever he's doing.
The Hound has died. Arya is on a boat to Bravos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yes. Wait. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Forgot the Hound died.
Yeah.
My mind was still in the last video that came out, which is, when they get turned away from the castle.
Mm-hmm.
So, never mind. Still Arya, though.
Yeah.
But...
I knew you hadn't accepted that death, and I still feel it's going to take a couple episodes for you to really feel wow, the Hound is dead.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to keep pretending he's alive until somebody forces me to acknowledge it. But obviously Tyrion. I feel Tyrion's the most forward character right now where it's like, that boy is in trouble.
Yeah.
Or is he? I don't know. Maybe he makes some allies by killing Tywin.
Well, where is he gonna go? Like, he just got on a boat and then to where?
I don't know.
Where? Like, are you going, like, to a different country?
What allies do you have?
Yeah.
Like, everybody has burned their bridge with you during that trial. Like, anybody he ever knew came up and testified against him. Literally. The only person who was willing to be his champion died. And then his brother let him out, and then he killed their father. So, like, I just feel like I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, definitely. And then Bran making it to the tree.
Right.
Making it to the man in the tree.
That's significant. Like, Bran's, like, what's... I don't know. All of it's just very, like, still up in the air. Mm-hmm. Because of the way that season ended, like, they didn't, like, close it up and tie a bow on it, and, like, that's the end of season 4, and so now we're gonna move on. Everything's, like, still happening, I feel like.
Right, yeah, totally. Okay, well, I'm very, very excited. I don't think we should waste any more time. I think we should get right into it.
Let's do it.
Game of Thrones, Season 5, Episode 1. Season 5, Addie.
Season 5, Episode 1.
What is life?
What's going on?
You just dropped your pen.
What am I doing?
We shouldn't be out here alone. Why not? If your father... He'll never know we're gone. You don't need to be afraid of my father.
Who's this? This looks like a baby Cersei.
We shouldn't go in. Of course we should.
Get out. Get out!
Let's go.
No. I know you're a witch. And you can see the future. Tell me my future, or I'll have your 2 boring eyes gouged out of your head.
The balls.
To a witch.
To walk into a witch's hut and tell her.
And she's like, I'm gonna fucking cut your eyes out. Like, if I was a kid, no.
You're with the king. But I will be queen.
Oh, yes. And comes another. Younger. More beautiful. The king will have 20 children. And you will have 3.
This is Cersei.
Cold. Their shrouds.
We have to go. Cersei!
The witch is like, you're gonna have kids with your brother.
Just so you know, you're gonna fuck your brother.
The fact that she starts laughing, like, she's like the first one to know.
Well, and then she's like, gold will be their crowns, gold will be their shrouds.
Right.
So, like, they're gonna all die.
Yeah.
Which is such a...
They're gonna come up because of it, and they're gonna go down because of it.
I want a moment alone with him.
Many of these lords and ladies have travelled day and night to be here from all 7 kingdoms.
They will wait.
Oof. Scary, scary.
He never wanted you to be a king's guard. But here you are, protecting his dead body.
They're waiting in line to make sure he's really dead, and as soon as they see the stones on his eyes, they'll set to work on tearing us apart.
They have nothing to do with it. Tyrion may be a monster, but at least he killed our father on purpose. You killed him by mistake. Take a look. Look at the consequences. He loved you more than anyone in this world.
It's like, even though I'm not on her side, Cersei is just
It
so
makes
good with her
sense.
words.
Like,
and,
you get where she's coming from.
everything she said was true in a regard.
From her point of view, yeah. But also, Tyrion only wanted to kill Tywin because you convinced Tywin to kill Tyrion.
She always forgets her role.
Her huge role in it. Tough journey.
I'm just like having this out of body moment right now, like how far these characters have come. Like, it's crazy to see Tyrion in this situation.
State, yeah. That would be so fucking hard. Traveling by boat for God knows
In
how
a box
long.
for
In a
how
box.
many days?
Do you know what it's like to stuff your ship through one of those air holes?
No, I only know what it's like to pick up your shit and throw it overboard.
Things have gotten worse, not better. Westeros needs to be saved from itself.
Maybe try some water first. It's literally been in a crate.
Are you Lord if you kill your father?
It was self-defense in a regard, I feel like, right?
It was, but also, like, he was legally sentenced to death. Yucky. Some bread would help. Oh, where are we?
Ja, we schenk. Schenk ze voor Gilles.
He just wants to cuddle.
I did not take up residence in this pyramid so I could watch the city below decline into chaos. I want him buried with honor, publicly.
She's like, hi.
Hi, Beanie.
Tar Kanada.
Sunday, he not.
Wet rat. I have heard they found his body in a brothel. May I ask you why? Why would an unsullied go to a brothel?
I do not know.
She's like, really? Because I'm trying to have sex, so I'm just trying
She's
to
like,
figure
what
out,
do
like...
you want? Is there stuff you can do?
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what can we do here?
Like, what? How can we make this work? Because I have feelings.
Because he went to a brothel, so, like, what can we do?
So, like, he was trying to get something. No, he just wanted cuddles.
Fuck Ollie.
Get your shield up.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the comments that were like, he made a point. I get his point. I just still am mad at him for it.
It was like the second he decided to fight, like, that's who you killed. Like,
Right.
you were doing what you were supposed to do, but also, like, damn. You
And she
killed,
did kill your father.
You could have killed anybody else.
The potato people.
Very big of John to be, like, chill with Ollie.
Don't let them send us away.
I told you. Wherever you go, I go too.
Good. Pivot. Don't forget to pivot. Yeah! Shield up.
The king
Oh.
wants a word.
Hello. Was not expecting to see her there. You stay away from John.
You're not cold, my lady.
Never. Feel.
He's like, okay, well, I'm cold.
He's like, thank you.
Are you a virgin?
Stop hitting on every man.
No.
Good.
I don't like this. I don't want them to hook up.
You know who rules at Winterfell now?
Who's Bolton?
Some of the Night's Watch feel you have too much affection for the wildlings.
You were born on the wrong side of the wall. Doesn't make them monsters.
But if I'm to take Winterfell, I need more men.
You want the wildlings to march in your army.
I'll offer them their lives and their freedom. If Mance kneels before me and swears his loyalty. Convince him to bend the knee.
Grace.
Or he burns.
It's quite an ultimatum.
I mean, if I'm John, like, why do I care? You know? I mean, I guess besides the fact that he wants to, like, not die.
That's why you're not John.
Like, does he just want to do that because he wants to avenge Rob?
It's the right thing to do.
I guess.
He's still young.
He's 13, but he's got a war at 13.
He has other gifts.
Does he?
I have no doubt that on my return, Robin's skills will have improved immeasurably.
He'll be safe here.
They're wooden swords. And he's like, ah!
Well, we head north at some point. He said Sansa had a brother at Castle Black.
Do you even know what a squire is?
An attendant to a knight?
I'm not a knight. That means you're not a squire.
Brienne! Just let Pod help you.
I don't want anyone following me. I'm not a leader. You told Lord Royce we were going to the Fingers.
What a coincidence!
So where are we going?
To a land so far from here, even Cersei Lannister can't get her hands on you.
And where would that be?
West.
West. Things are just going so poorly for her.
Just being in his presence was enough to make it so clear just how formidable.
That was beautiful.
Marjorie just like...
Hook, line, and sinker.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
Loras.
He's like, please marry me. Please. I want to be king.
Your Grace.
Cousin Lancel, I hardly recognized you.
Oh, damn. He looks completely different.
They call themselves sparrows. Bloody fanatics.
Excuse me.
Rules.
I'll take that, thank you. Tough day, thank you.
He's like, no, I had 3 orders. This was for 3
She's
people.
like, don't care. Don't care. It's my party.
Your wounds from the Blackwater seem to have healed.
It wasn't my wounds that needed healing. I led you into the darkness and tempted you into our unnatural relations. And of course, that was the king. I found peace in the light of the 7. You can too. We'll pray for your father's soul.
That felt challenging.
Is that a threat? They don't even stop.
I'm afraid my brother is keeping the king waiting, Oliver. You shouldn't keep your intended waiting.
If she doesn't marry me, she doesn't go to hide often, which means she stays in King's Landing.
Perhaps.
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 I love her. She's got something up her sleeve.
She's had something for a while. Do something.
She's like, just crouching, just ready. She's gonna make her move.
You never told me why you set me free.
Your brother asked me to.
You risked your life, your position, everything. Why? You're not family. You owe me nothing.
I believe men of talent have a part to play in the war to come.
Not well suited for work.
I think you are.
I killed my lover with my bare hands. I shot my own father with a crossbow.
They were both trying to kill you.
You could help another climb those steps and take that seat. A ruler loved by millions with a powerful army and a ripe family name.
Good luck finding him.
Who said anything about him?
What are we talking about?
You can stay here at Illyria's palace and drink yourself to death. Or you can ride with me to Marine.
I was hoping.
Could you imagine?
I mean, if you're gonna have someone riding for you, like Varys is a good one.
Could you imagine
have.
those two?
That
Dany and Tyrion?
And Varys?
Avengers Assemble.
Seriously. I was hoping. I was like, it was either gonna be Sansa or Daenerys.
Politics is the art of compromise, Your Grace.
I'm not a politician. I'm a queen.
It's easier to rule happy subjects than angry ones. They ask for the reopening of the fighting pits.
The fighting pits.
Opening them would show the people of Yunkai and Meereen that you respect their traditions.
I do not respect the tradition of human cockfighting. If he really believes I'm going to reopen the fighting pits...
You should reopen the fighting pits.
Hello.
I just like can't get a hold of that anybody's fucking Daenerys.
Like her in this position so vulnerably.
I'm
like,
sis, you're better than this. But she's not, of course. Like, everybody wants to get laid. And he's hot. So,
can you imagine being the person that's with Daenerys?
Like, betting Daenerys Targaryen. You're peaking right now, I hope you know.
I had my first match when I was 16.
You were sold into slavery.
Like, what kind of, like, ego to be like, I think I could get her.
I made so much money for my master. He set me free when he died. I joined the Second Sons. And then I met you.
You're sweet.
Show your strength. Here. Now.
That's why I have the Unsullied patrolling the streets.
You're not the mother of Unsullied.
The mother of dragons. No one's seen Dragon in weeks. Can't control them anymore. Dragon queen with no dragons? It's not a queen.
That was a really bold statement. That was ballsy.
It's ballsy, but
he's only able to say that because she's in this, like, glow of just having had sex. He's not wrong, though.
He makes a point.
You
need to get a handle on
a lot of your power came from the fact that you have dragons.
Yeah, you need to get a handle on
it. And now
them.
you don't have them.
Viserion?
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, I feel so bad for them. They don't want to be down there.
It's interesting to see her in a position of, like, fear of them. Usually she's the only one that's been so comfortable.
She chained them up because she couldn't control them, but now they're mad at her because she's not treating them like her babies anymore. She's treating them like animals.
Well, you gotta punish your babies sometimes.
By chaining them in a basement for, like, weeks?
That's time out.
It's a long time out. And they weren't even being bad. It was their brother.
When we first met, you were my prisoner.
You know what Stannis wants?
He wants me to bend the knee.
Isn't their survival more important than your pride?
Pride?
They'll burn you alive.
But you can't understand why I won't enlist my people in a foreigner's war. There's no point explaining.
I think you're making a terrible mistake.
The freedom to make my own mistakes was all I ever wanted.
I love that you're, like, feeling sad about this.
I'm like, I got chills that whole time. He's just tough as nails, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just really, I like to see someone really believe in what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not for, like, any ulterior motive. Like, he really fundamentally believes exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I can respect that, so I'm sad about this.
And we've talked about this, I always hate seeing people that have been there for a long time go.
Yeah.
Because this show travels so many journeys in one season that when you see someone go...
and he has been honorable, and I just I'm like, God.
Kneel and live. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.
Mance Rayder.
These are the type of scenes that make me, like, not breathe. I'm, like, holding my breath.
I know. It just doesn't feel right at all. Fucking Melisandre.
We all must choose. We choose light, or we choose darkness.
Oh.
Behold the fate of those who choose the darkness.
God, like, can you imagine? Just, like, knowing what's coming.
Wow. Talk about chills. What a scene.
I'm so, like, happy that Jon did that.
How do you think that's going to look, though?
I mean, it doesn't look good at all. It's going to be really bad for him. It's going to be really bad.
People already think he's favoring the wildlings in a certain way, and now this kind of solidifies.
The thing about him is that he just...
Can't not do the right thing.
He's doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. He's just doing the right thing, and everybody there knew that was the right thing. Everybody, like, literally, like Sir Alistair was, like, uncomfortable with what was going on. You know what I mean? And that was who they were just fighting. Like, he knows you die in battle That's the honorable way to go. Like, being burned at the stake, like, even being beheaded, like, at least is, like...
Quick.
Something you do to a prisoner. It's standard. It's... You still, you know...
You don't suffer along the way.
You don't suffer. Nobody's dying, screaming, in pain, embarrassed. Like, you get your last words, you kneel, it's done. You know, like, everybody there was uncomfortable besides, like, Stannis... Melisandre and
his fucking wife,
Stannis' wife,
who's like
smiling like a fucking creep,
and to make Princess Shireen watch
that,
this, she's like a 10-year-old little girl.
It just wasn't right, and so I'm happy that Jon did it, but yeah, no, it's not gonna be good for him at all.
Good first episode of Thrones, season 5.
They touched a little bit on everybody.
We didn't see Bran. Arya. Theon, my boy, Reek.
My boy.
Yeah, there's a couple people we didn't get to see, but I mean,
but for the most part,
there was the people that were on. A lot of exciting stuff happening. Served. Yeah, I love that scene with Cersei in the beginning because, like I said, when we were watching it, even though you're not on her side, it's so hard to like not feel her in the moment.
It's the same thing, not the same thing, but it's the same type of. When somebody really believes what they're saying, it's hard to be like, I hate them. Like, like Cersei, when she was talking to Jaime, she really believed, like...
Every word she was saying.
Tyrion's a monster. You let him go.
You're responsible for this. You're
responsible, which
look what you've done.
Is, but also she is.
But, like, thank God.
Like, deep down, like, Cersei's responsible. In a way. And it's such a domino effect. It's like, you could trace it back to anybody. You know what I mean?
You could trace it back to episode 1, season 1.
Yeah, you could make this Ned Stark's fault if you wanted to. But, like, it's the same thing where she's just talking and you're like... I get where you're coming from. Like, I don't agree, but I get where you're coming from.
And the actress, Lena Headey... I just think is by far, this show has such phenomenal acting. For me, I just feel like she's the heavy hitter. She is one of those actresses in this show that I feel like every scene she's in, she commands. Every moment she's part of, she's the focal point. Like, they all act great. I think she's one of the top 5.
Totally agree.
Amazing
and I think
actresses.
She's so poignant in it because there, like, episodes go by where she almost doesn't speak at all. She's in the scenes,
but her presence
she, like,
is still...
barely speaks, but everybody's scared of her. It's always, the camera's always looking at her. And then when she does, once, like, literally, like, from what I've seen, she gets 2 or 3 episodes a season where she gets these, like, long monologues. And when she does, it open her mouth and they give her these, like, time to speak. You come out the other end, like, it's always on my things I like. You know what I mean? You always come out the other end kind of like feeling for her.
Yeah.
Like when she does reveal what she's
Cersei is really one of those characters for
like,
me that I have to cheers to.
Like, I don't like her. She's for sure the villain. But like, would I be happy if she died?
But like, what a phenomenal villain.
Like, she really is doing the damn thing. Like, the show would be so boring.
You could have, like, a really one-dimensional villain that, like, has nothing to them, or somebody like Cersei.
Right.
Who is the most complex character.
Like, you can just have, like, the bad guy, or you can have, like, Cersei who, yeah, she's the bad guy, but she really believes everything that she's doing. She 100% is, like, not coming from a place of, I'm evil and I'm doing these things to hurt people. She thinks she's making the right decisions.
And 90% of her decisions are based on, like, protecting the family.
Yeah, protecting her children.
Yeah.
For the most part. Or the family, yeah.
So, and her scene, what did you think of that flashback?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, right away, first of all, the girl that they cast...
Perfect.
...was spot on. It looks just like her. I mean, right away, I was like...
And even just the small nuances, like the facial expressions and the way she was, like, moving her lips.
I was literally going to say that. There was, I think she said, as she should, or we should, or she said should. And the way she said it, I was like, Cersei moves her mouth exactly like that. So the little actress did a great job as well. Like, baby Cersei really nailed it. Because I could tell right away who that was.
That scene, though, kind of told us Cersei's children are going to die.
Well, and it gives a lot of insight to why Cersei goes so fucking nuts. Because her whole life, she's, like, had this in the back of her mind where, like, she was told what her future has been, and so far it's been
checking off
exactly
and
correct.
Marjorie's clearly the younger one.
Yeah,
coming
who's gonna
in
come in
and
take
take over.
And she's like panicking because she's like, so far this witch has been correct.
And now Joffrey's dead, so it's like,
so you've got
the pattern
one more,
started too. Daughter,
two more,
yeah.
right? With the I forgot
Daughters
about the daughter
dorm.
because she's gone. But yeah, and like her dad died, Joffrey died.
Mm-hmm.
She did have kids with her brother. Like
the king did have 20 children
without her. Like, so she's for sure panicking hard, like trying to grasp at straws to keep this prophecy from coming true.
And as an audience, we've always known that she obviously didn't like Marjorie, but now that we know this scene, it's like, oh, this is actually deep rooted in something much scarier. Now I'm more scared for Marjorie.
Like,
now I'm more concerned for her because
every time this witch gets something right, Cersei's like
that much more validated.
More like we've got to make some moves.
Mm-hmm. So, and it's kind of interesting because it's like, oh fuck, like. I remember when I first saw that scene, I remember thinking, like, shit, well, like, so does that mean Tommen's gonna die?
Right.
Does that mean Myrcella, who you haven't seen in a long time, but, like, does that mean she's gonna die? Like, that's kind of crazy foreshadowing to give like that, you know?
When
like,
all of it's been accurate so far.
And usually the show operates on surprises.
I love Tommen. I don't want Tommen to die. Yeah. I feel like he's going to, but
every single human in this show is gonna die.
Right. Everybody's dying. It's fine.
I don't know if I told you, the finale ends with the earth blowing up.
Everybody just dies, and the big twist is that
Drogon blows up the planet.
The Lord of Light is like, pew, and just blows up the planet.
That's what happens.
And that's Game of Thrones. So, no, I'm scared for him. I thought his little, like, moment with Marjorie, I'm like, God, that girl is just...
Well, it makes you wonder, like, is she playing, or is there a level of her that maybe could be falling for this kid? Like, is it's like...
Child.
At this point, he's
their
like...
age gap makes
it's
me
like
a
4
little,
years.
like...
4 or 5 years, maybe.
Yeah. I have a hard time with it because of the fact that she started with
a person her age,
someone much older, and now she's like
dwindled her way. Like she's gone lower and lower as
right.
each.
I'm like, ooh, girl.
Because Joffrey was also young for her.
Yeah, and then his younger brother now. So like, but I just think she like
next she's gonna date Gilly's baby. Lil Sam.
How dare you? She's like, I'll do whatever it takes. No, I wouldn't, like, Tommen's great. To me, like, if I was Tommen's age and I, like, met someone like that.
Oh, you'd be into him?
I'd be like, oh, he's, like, a cutie pie. He has, like, Sir Pounce, and he's, like, very nice. And he's
very polite and sweet.
Not mean.
And,
yeah, like, a lot of boys that age are just mean. And
especially from, like, a spoiled lifestyle.
Yeah, I, like, you have your Robins.
But I think if you grow up with someone like Joffrey, it's hard to be equal.
Well, I think when you watch... your older sibling like be so
there's no room for you to be mean because they're mean.
You're just like, oh, I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
Like, so I loved that little moment between them. Missandei and
she's
Grey
like,
Worm.
hey,
I just love them together.
What are we gonna do?
She's like, I'm into you, so let's make something
and
happen.
She's like, why was in the brothel? I don't know. Okay, but can you figure it out?
Can you ask?
It's like,
is there a reason? She's really asking, like, if you went to a brothel, what would you be asking?
No, that's
for?
That's 100%.
Yeah.
And I love that through the tragedy of this like unsullied men getting murdered in a brothel, Missandei's mind is just solely on like,
she's like, Grey Worm, gotta talk to you
how can
ASAP.
You do this? Yeah.
Because I thought that there was nothing going on.
I thought there was no possible way, and you looked at me in the pool, and now I'm finding out that they're in brothels.
People are in brothels. So if there's a way to make this work, let's make it work.
Because you're into me and I'm into you.
So let's just do this.
Yeah.
I wrote Marjorie is plotting, because she sure is. Varys supporting Dany.
Did that come out of left field for you? Like...
Here's the thing, yes, 100%, but also there really is like...
Not that many other places.
Not that many options. Like, he has to really...
Go across the sea.
Do something big.
Mm-hmm.
And Dany makes sense.
Well, and it obviously shows you didn't recognize the name, but the house that they're staying at, Illyrio, Pentos, is the man that fostered Dany and Viserys in the very first episode.
I did not remember
so
that.
if that name also could have been a giveaway for you, like, oh shit, are they going to go talk to Dany? Because you would have realized, like, oh, he's close somehow because they're at Pentos.
Well, Pentos I did recognize, but yeah, no, I didn't. I definitely didn't remember Illyria. Things I didn't like. The only thing I wrote was the white rat dying.
White rat, yeah.
Because I just thought it was really sweet that he just wanted to
he wants to cuddle,
stroked on the head and like come to you. Like he really just wanted like human connection and not like anything sexual.
Even when she got naked, he was like, no.
Yeah, he's like, no, I just want like to be touched and held and like sang to. And I think
which I think
gets
is great
that.
too, because so far we met the Unsullied in season 3.
Yeah.
We've seen them now for almost 2.5 seasons.
Such a lonely.
But I feel like they've been presented to us as like these stoic like
machines,
and it's really cool to see such a layer.
Yeah, that they are all human.
They are people,
yeah.
And I think that's in the last 2 seasons. This is the first time we've really seen that.
Yeah,
we've seen it with Grey Worm. Yeah, we've seen it with Grey Worm, but to see a random,
yeah, totally. Well, at first, I thought they had recast Grey Worm. I was like, is this supposed to be Grey Worm? So when he died, I was like, should I be having a big reaction right now? Like, is this Grey Worm? And then when I saw Grey Worm, I was like, whew!
Can you imagine if they had recasted him, not said anything, and then expected you to have a big reaction?
But that's why I was like, I'm about to have a complaint. Like, I'm about to file a complaint with the director. Because if this is Grey Worm and they just killed him and I didn't get it, that's embarrassing and also frustrating.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that's not. But I was still sad because I just thought they give you this, like, little inch of, like, the Unsullied are people with emotions that need comfort, that need, like, this is something he does.
Regularly.
Like, he needs this. And it makes a lot of sense. Like, everybody has their, like, way of doing that. You know what I mean? Like, there are plenty of people out there that do the same type of thing. Like, going to, like, therapy is the same thing. Or, like, going and getting a massage and just relaxing and like having another human there with you really is like a basic human need.
Totally, yeah.
So it is good to see like them present the Unsullied as humans like that.
Yeah. And then what did you think of Sir Lancel? No longer Sir Lancel. Lancel,
I don't know what
monk
to make
of
that.
monk.
I like didn't write anything because I don't know whether I like that or don't like it.
But it feels like there's got to be some reason he's here and the show is deciding to bring him back.
It's very like, it gives me very 12-step program. Like, he needs to go make amends for the things he's done so that he can, like, reach this higher level of being, which is clearly what he's trying to do. He's wearing a robe and he's barefoot and he cut all his hair off and he's, like, apologizing for things. So he's on his way to something. I just don't know what.
And it's very interesting to kind of see his subtle way of, like, almost challenging Cersei, because he didn't say anything that was a direct threat, but just by simply bringing up all the things that they did together.
And then saying, like, their time is at hand. Like, saying it in his way, celebratory, but to her, she's like...
I'm not confessing to shit.
She's like, you're praying for Tywin's soul, like, go fuck yourself. But to him, he's like, it's coming. Like, something's about to happen. Whatever that is.
Well, we shall see. So, a lot of great stuff going on in the episode. What else did you write? Anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's it.
Okay, wow. Loved the first episode.
Yeah,
I think we should just get right into the next one. I'm really ready.
Rolling.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on season 5. I told Addie, obviously, before the episode started, it's a very bleak season. You guys all know this, so she's going to need the support, need the love. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.